Sup, everybody? This is B Smiles, and we just here to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay game. Kind of really disappointed what's going on, and my thing is this: why is Ben throwing the ball 3 yards back? Why? Why? What's going on? Why does this keep happening? I can't even. It's just so hard to even think about it. What you think about? What you think about that? What's going on? Why is the Steelers keep putting Ben on the bench?
Or why don't they put him on the bench? He needs to be put on the bench. You know, Ben, ever since his surgery, he seems to be struggling with getting, with getting the ball where it's absolutely supposed to go. His accuracy rate has gone down. His
Mobility is bad.
His mobility is horrible. He's had multiple opportunities to gain yardage himself without being able to get it done. I mean, he can't even hustle for, 4, 5, 6 yards to get us a first down, to get us, move down the field.
OLINE is bad. I mean, you guys, y'all hear this. Y'all hear what's on the news and other streams and stuff like that. This is getting old. This is getting real, real old. Like, why does this keep happening? Horrible play calling. I don't even think that it was Matt Canada that was making those calling in the first place.
No, because you see Ben on the field calling audibles, changing the play. Matt Canada's up above, in the observation areas, looking down on the field. He can see how it's set up. He can see what the other team's defense is, posting out there. Ben can't see that. If you can't see, what the other team is doing clearly, then you're not going to be calling plays that are going to adequately, counter what their defense is doing.
And that's frustrating. I mean, like, when I, watch the game, every time I turn on, the game, I feel like I got to have an inhaler. I feel like I got to have, 2 shots of whatever liquor I like. And, it's ridiculous that we have to go through this game in and game out. It seems like Ben has lost everything. Don't get me wrong. Ben is a Hall of Famer, 2-time Super Bowl. Love the dude. Love him. But every time I watch him, it's like, what happened? Like, what happened to you after you had your surgery, man? Like, after you had your surgery, it's like everything went downhill. Granted, last year, just like other streams, other people, that been showing their emotions as well. He went 11-0, but within that 11-0, he still struggled. And then, you also see the age and everything else is catching up to him. He liked to sit in the pocket. Well, defense already know that Ben like to sit in the pocket. So what they're going to do, they're going to rush 4-man, 5-man front.
And our offensive line is so new right now. We don't have enough seniored players to where they are able to read and hold that defense.
Right. So in that case, I understand. They got rid of Pouncey. They got rid of Ramon Foster. They got rid of Villanueva, David DeCastro, all them. And those were some good players, but you also saw age and stuff creeping on them, especially with Dave DeCastro. You know, I mean, he was always hurt, always had ankle issues and stuff like that. He was always, hurt. And then we brought in, some new guys. I mean, granted, they're new, but you got what's his name? Kevin Dotson. He was good, but all of a sudden, you see him. He's falling. I mean, like, he a big old dude. How do you be that big and that strong, and the other guys on the other side of the field is damn near driving you back to freaking being slapped? There ain't no way. I mean, this all goes back to coaching.
Well, and not only that, but in the draft and in the off season and building to the 53-man roster, the Steelers are a defense team, will always be a defense team. They've brought in so much defense and have so much depth in the defense, but they're not focusing on the offense and
Right.
creating and building the offense
Right.
to equal that of their defense.
And this pisses me off, man. Like, I mean, we got the talent. We have the talent. And, like, you can't always put everything on the defense. I mean, how many times have you seen? How many times have you seen, like, when you watch, like, your feed on Facebook, we just got this person on the defense. We rarely see anybody put anything on, the offense. I mean, Kevin Colbert, I understand, Hall of Famer, one of the top GMs, that know how to recruit, but put some help on the offense.
Yeah, your offense is the one that's supposed to be scoring your points. Your defense is there to ensure the other team doesn't score. If your offense isn't able to get down the field and score the points like they are supposed to, then what is the point of having them?
Right. So with that being said, what is the next move? What should the Steelers do? Should they keep Ben for the whole full contract that he signed? Or you just bench him? I mean, granted, you still paying this man all this money and he being benched. So you wasting money, but you losing games. When you bench Ben, you're gonna be losing money. I mean, because he's still making money. He's still making money, and he's still going to be benched if y'all decide to bench him. But I don't see that. I don't see them benching Ben. I don't see them benching Ben. But to him, it's a win-win situation because this is what's going to happen. You bench him, and he's still making money, and you're still going to lose games because you're going to have two quarterbacks that haven't even showed that they are up to the task of being a franchise quarterback. Granted, you got Mason Rudolph. He was good. I mean, when he came in, man, when Mason Rudolph came in, before he got dinged upside the head, dude was good for a moment, for a hot second. Then he got boobop beat, He got boobop beat, and then next thing you know, he went down the drain. Now you got Dwayne Haskins. We haven't seen too much. Granted that I think on the third preseason game, I think he was doing okay, but he was still doing bad whenever they switched him out with Joshua Dobbs. you know. But my thing is this, though. We gotta find a solution to this, man. I mean, like, I think when we played our last home game, you know, they didn't even have a full stadium. The Steelers didn't even have a full stadium. The capacity was like I think their full capacity is like 70,000. And based off what DK said, they only had like 58,000 people. So that means like between 10,000 and 12,000 people wasn't even there. I mean, I look at it like this: who would want to come to a game just to see a team lose? I mean, granted, you want to stay behind your team, Pittsburgh for life, always. But do you really want to go to a game every single day? I mean, every single week just to see your team lose?
Well, like, and here's my thing with Ben. Yesterday when the game was over and everything, and he was doing the interview, he admitted he was still hurting from the Bengals game.
Yep.
If you're still hurting, you can't play to your, top caliber quality
extent,
I mean, it's like if you get up and go to work and you work a physical job and you hurt before you get there, you ain't going to be able to do the quality of work that you're supposed to be able to do. You've got to recognize, hey, I need to take a moment. I need to sit down. I need to rest. I need to let my body recover. Ben's not doing that. Ben is pushing himself, and he's going to push himself to the point where he's going to get hurt again. And that is Ben's thing. Every single year, he is always getting injured. One way or another. I mean, just look at the history of Ben's plays. Every single year, he has injured himself some form or fashion.
So with that being said, what do you do? What do you do? I mean, granted, I think Mike Tomlin just scared of Ben. I mean, he don't want to sit him. I don't know. I might be saying the wrong word, but something got to give, man. Like, I mean,
well, if you see the problem, there's a problem, but you refuse to try and correct the problem, then you are a part of the problem yourself.
Right. And that goes past Kevin Colbert, because I mean, you got everybody else that's above him, that sees the problem. I'm telling you, if Dan Rooney was still alive and he saw this, he will make sure in a heartbeat that all this will get corrected right then and there. Mike Tomlin he has this saying that everybody should know: the standard is the standard.
And next man up.
Right. So, but with this standard is the standard, when you look at the last 3 games that they played, did you see the standard is the standard? I didn't see the standard is the standard.
I saw a college team that was struggling to get by.
I didn't see a standard is the standard. I didn't see none. I just saw standard. I just saw a plain old Jane standard. It's, man, like, just like Adonis said, man. Good. One thing about Adonis and the Steel Twins, man, shout out to them boys, man. Shout out to all of them, man, because they tell it how it is, man. And with that being said, Ben, I'm proud of the stuff that you have done, what you have brought up to the, to the Steelers organizations. But bro, it's time to sit down, man. I'm tired of hearing, baby. I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of hearing, I gotta do better. How many times I'm gonna have to hear that? I gotta do better. We gotta do better. I mean, and then I keep also hearing, this is early. We still got 13 games. Still got 12 to 13, 14 games, however we got left. How many more times they gonna say that? Week 6, week 7, we got to do this, or we still got time. Okay, whenever you are 8-8, I think you gonna be. I think how many games? No, you got to win like 9 to 10 games to go to playoffs or something like that, give or take. It's mind boggling because you're 1-3. You have to win 6 games to even be considered. Yeah, you literally got to win 6 games. Because if you only win 3 more games, you're going to be what? 4-3?
Yeah.
So that's not even that's 7 games. That's 7 games. 7 games not going to okay. 7 games is not going to help you get to the playoffs. You literally have to win. Okay, so they're 1-3, right?
Yeah.
You got to win at least 9 games.
Right.
You got to win 9 games to even be considered. And we play different Broncos at the house. And the way this team is looking, I don't see it. I don't see it unless something got to change. And Mike Tomlin clearly already said that he ain't going to change nothing.
Right. He's not hitting the panic button. Well, the panic button needs to be hit.
Hell, I hit the panic button.
Because at this point, we're already into week 4, going into week 5.
And this is some bullshit.
We only have 12 weeks left.
Right. So with that being said, something got to give. I mean, like, this is what was said, right before, this whole Najee Harris conversation started during off season or before the draft. Okay. We needed an offensive line, and a lot of people got upset that the Steelers didn't get an offensive line, a top-tier offensive line in the draft. Instead, they got Najee Harris. And a lot of people got upset that, we didn't get an offensive line, but we got a running back. And Steelers don't really, get a running back, on round 1,
The Steelers stepped out of the box to bring Najee in. But at the same time, if you're going to draft a running back and, try to build the run game, which we need, you've also got to try and build the offensive line to protect the running back, build gaps for the running back, and protect the quarterback so we can have a passing game as well. But if Ben's accuracy is not going to allow for a passing game, we've got to figure out our run game.
So, yeah, this is crazy, man. So with that being said, we're just going to, leave it out like this and see what they do against the Broncos. Hopefully they come up with a W. Hopefully they'll come up with a plan to get this team back right. Defense, they still need some work, give or take, but they can only do so much. And I'm tired of seeing that the defense got to pull the offense weight. They shouldn't even have to do that. But what choice do they have in this circumstance? But we just gotta do something. Until then, like this video. We just getting started. This is new. We try to build a platform, try to build content for everybody, try to bring something different to the table. You know, we just not getting started, trying to bring in new equipment. You know, but this is just a start. Everybody got to start somewhere. Me and my baby. So with that being said, we'll talk to you. Please like, please share, please give this content to somebody that would like to hear something different. We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it thorough. We're gonna give you 100% non-fabricated content. Peace.